Cameras. That was absolutely amazing. Well, StreamFest comes to an end. How many gigs did I use today? Well, we used one 32 gig sim up completely. I would guess we probably used 40-ish, something like that, which actually is not too bad. But yeah, it's got through a fair bit of data. But then we've been going for best part of 14 hours, and we've had the live stream going out, we've had the Zoom calls coming in and out, and we've had the vMix calls on top of that. And the vMix calls actually use as much bandwidth as the other two. So yeah, it's done pretty well. So anyway, I would just like to thank everybody who's taken part, everybody who's been a speaker on this, everybody who's done anything towards it. Rudy's been there all day, ever since we started up this morning, putting in the various events as they've been coming up, and covering for us when it all went wrong. So I'd like to thank Martin, who got up at 2 o'clock this morning to drive down here. Have you? Let's get the dual view. Camera number 4. Right, there we go, we have a dual view. Yes, Martin here got up at 2 o'clock. Well, you set off at 2 o'clock this morning?
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock I got up at.
Yeah, and I was up at about 5, but even so. So Martin's had a pretty much 24-hour day, so thank you also to him. Some rather energetic demonstrations that you had to do there, given the time you are, Martin.
At the end of the day as well. It's just, it's Jon's fault. It's all Jon's fault. But yeah, just Rudy, thank you very much for being there. It was nice to have that safety net and someone putting the word out, and all the other Walls guys as well who have kind of helped us with this.
This is something we're not going to forget easily. I think it was a real honor to be part of it. It was very exhausted, but very rewarding, and seemed so many magnificent demonstrations of all kind. I think if you're going to look back at the live stream, yeah, there's going to be so much useful information in it. We have to cherish this stream, I think.
Fantastic, Rudy. Yeah, I agree with you. Exhausting, but very rewarding. Definitely. Who else have we got left in the Zoom room? I need to put it back in gallery mode so I can see everybody. We've still got Dave there, and Kenny as well. Dave was actually sending me messages just when I got up this morning, so he's been around here. You actually went to bed, didn't you? And came back again, Dave. Yeah. And Kenny, thank you for joining us, and it's been great to have you along. You've asked some really excellent questions today, I must say.
It's been lots of fun. You know, I came in and just as an observer today, so you folks have done all the heavy lifting on this, and the presentations were just great. And just the fact, Giles, that even from the switching and just the technology, this is a great example of something that couldn't be done in just a few years ago. How you folks have put all this together from all points around the globe. Fascinating, and how smoothly it went. So an experiment to be sure, but a very, very successful one. So thank you for all those efforts.
Thank you, and
yeah,
we've proven we could have done it from the middle of a field, actually, because all the gear we're using is completely portable. And when we set up this morning, we were thinking, you know, don't really need to be in a pub, we could be in a tent. It's, you know, Dave, sorry, I just trampled on you there.
no, that's okay. That's okay. You're right. I mean, just as long as there's beer, you can be anywhere. So, you know, I just think it's just crazy to have imagined that there was any possibility that a live streaming group would actually stream live a conference or festival like this, because it seems like other people have problems doing things like that. So, a monumental undertaking, and even with, I didn't see the piece where Rudy had to carry the whole load when we were having issues. I was probably asleep at that time. But even with, you know, what I've been hearing and what I've been seeing, I mean, it could have been tighter, there's no doubt, but I mean, good grief, look at what was done. It was still amazing, absolutely amazing. And to get all that information, and basically ended up, you know, costing very little money. If you take all the expenses put into this whole thing, that was a very inexpensive way to reach out to loads of people, because we've had 20 to 30 people consistently online at the same time. Now, I'm counting what Rudy's been eating over there to sustain his strength so he could carry on.
Yeah,
Put out another Facebook.
We've been eating toffees, I have to say. And yes, the old broadside does help as well. So I would also like to thank Jon, who you can't see on here, and the reason he's not been on here is we're using his computer. And I think we've actually fallen back to the backup stream even now. Several times today, it's all collapsed. The actual comms from here has not been as solid as you would have liked it to have been, really. So thank you to Jon. Without his system running there, serving as a backup, we would have disappeared a few times, and it proves the need to do it. So that's been excellent, and he set all that up as well. Spent quite a lot of time doing that. So thank you, Jon.
And
nice.
Giles, I see Merle popped in, and of course Merle and Tommy, thank you for your presentations earlier as well.
Yes, Merle and Tommy did a great job earlier.
Giles has thanked everyone, but I'm not sure that Giles and Martin and Rudy got all the thanks that they deserve, because I'm not sure there's enough to go around. They did such a hard job today. And just thanks to everyone that had anything to do with what I think was something fantastic and should be in the national news somewhere.
Well, it certainly had its moments, Mel, but we've learned a lot doing this, and that's what Martin said to me when we first decided we were going to do this, is that actually it would be quite good if something did go wrong, because at least you got something to learn from, and I think that's absolutely right, and we certainly learned a lot doing this today. So
I was joking when I said that.
Now he tells me, but it's true.
No, I wasn't. It was actually I wouldn't say nice for things to go wrong, but it just shows resilience and how you can work around things, and it's nice when you've got someone like Giles beside you who will sort it out, which is great. So.
Well, and equally does have Martin to help me out in sticky situations as well. So yeah, no, I think it's a two-way street. It's not something I would advise to do on your own, as you do need somebody else there. You just can't do everything. And Martin's been absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much. Okay, well, it must be time to bring this to an official end. So if you've been watching us all day, you deserve a medal. Thank you very much. And
we've got a minute to make it officially.
Oh, we're going to go another minute. Well, by the time I finish doing this,
then it'll be 12 o'clock.
So yeah, if you've been watching us all day, I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you very much. It's we've certainly enjoyed it. We've been watching the various talks as they've been going through, and Yes, it's been most interesting. So, midnight. We can go. Thanks, guys. We'll catch up with you soon, all right? And thank you very much once again. Cheers.
Get some sleep.